Hi guys, it's Ray here. I hope you're fitting well. Again, I'm going to urge you to make sure that you've got your notepad and pen, like I've got my Diet Coke, so here we go. Now for me, this is one of the most favourite sayings of my life, and this is what's helped me to achieve my dreams, and I believe anybody can do this. So going back to World War II, obviously when the England were literally on the last legs, Germany was about to beat them, the then Prime Minister of England done an announcement to the nation, and he basically said, never ever ever give up. You know, we'll fight them on the beaches, we'll fight them here, blah 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 blah. For me, the word, and you know, never ever give up, for me, I think that's one of the key characteristics, that if most people can have in their DNA, can help them more or less through anything. So for me, I've got no qualifications, or I've got very little qualifications. I'd say that I'm average with everything that I do. But one of the things that I have always done in life is I've never, ever, ever give up. And where some people will give up after, where the majority of people will give up at the second or third attempt, after 33 or 43 or 53 attempts, I'm still going. And I think that's one of the reasons why I've become a success, and the people that I've helped become a success, why they've come to be a success. And to me, it's one of the easiest success traits that you can have. But unfortunately, a lot of people don't have it. Again, it goes back to their teaching, it goes back to belief in themselves, having confidence in themselves. And that's why it's so important to believe in yourselves, guys, okay? Yeah. And what happens as well, if you have within your day, and if you've not got it now, it's not a problem, okay? Don't worry, I never had it straight away in life. I had to work on this, okay? But if you just have this in your mindset, that you're not going to give up until you've achieved your dreams, that takes all the pressure off you guys. Because what happens is, a lot of people, they get stuck in failure mode. So once they have the first failure or the second failure, they put their hands up. Where for me, it's like, whenever I'm doing whenever I want to achieve something in life, it's like, I'm not looking at, if I'm doing something today or tomorrow and if I fail, I'm not dwelling on that, because I'm like, well, that's where I want to be down there. I'm just going to keep going until I get there. I'm a massive believer, by the way, you might have heard this saying, of failing your way to success. And that's another word for never ever give up. Fail your way to success. I'm a massive believer in that. And for me, I honestly believe the majority of people would succeed in life is if they keep going. The only reason why most people fail, it's not because they're a failure or they're no good, it's because they just stop. After 2 or 3 attempts, they just stop. So guys, just don't stop. It sounds crazy, okay? But just don't stop. And as I say, and whenever you do something and it doesn't work out, it's not that you're a failure. It just didn't work. And you've obviously heard the saying, Thomas Edison, it was like 1,000 attempts before he invented the light bulb. That's all life is, guys, okay? And try and keep things simple, okay? Yeah, with life. People unfortunately overcomplicate life, because they listen to the wrong people, and they listen to the family and friends. Look, don't be doing that. You've tried it twice, now it doesn't work, go and do something else. And that goes back to what I've said in the previous chapters about associating with the right people or the wrong people. If you associate with the wrong people and you fail after 2 or 3 times, they'll go, don't be doing that. You're wasting your time. But if you associate with the right people, they go, hey, let's say you've done something 6 times and it's not worked. If you associate with the right people, they'll be saying, hey, well, these 6 ways now, you know how to do it. Just keep going. It's a completely different mindset, guys. And what you'll find as well is, once you're not bothered about, failing, because each failure is taking you closer to a success, it gives you the confidence, it gives you the belief in yourself. And because what happens is, I say, when the end goal is here and you know that you're going to have failures to get to here, it doesn't affect your confidence. Whereas if you're going, right, today's got to work, it might be your second or third attempt, and you think, today's got to work. And if it doesn't work, it knocks your confidence. And it's about having the right mindset, guys. So rather than thinking, right, please, hope today works, okay? Don't be like that, because if you fail or if it doesn't work, it knocks your confidence, it knocks your self-belief. Whereas you're like, you know what, that's where I'm going to be. I don't care if it takes me 10, 20 or 50 or 100 attempts to get to there. That's my end goal. So every time you do something and it doesn't work, you go, okay, cool, I'm closer to achieving my dream. Can you understand where that will build your belief, guys? Okay, yeah. Rather than thinking like, this has got to work today. That's how most people think. Oh, it didn't work, I'll go and try something else. The reason why the majority of people who achieve their dreams is because they never, ever, ever gave up. That was their dream to get here. They knew that they had to go. They didn't know, okay, when I do things, when you do things, we don't know how many failures we're going to have until we have our success. But all we know, the failures don't matter until we have our success. And every failure that we have, like, so what? We're getting closer to our success. Can you understand where to put that in a different mindset? So don't put yourself under pressure by saying it's got to work today or it's got to work by the end of this month. Because if you do that, okay, yeah, that's going to affect your self-belief and your self-confidence, okay? If you're like, well, look, this is where I'm going to be. I don't care how long it takes me to get there. I'm bloody going to get there. And each time you knock that failure off and you learn from that mistake, you get more and more confidence. Again, I really hope I'm making sense here, guys, because once you've got that, you've got your goal there and you know it's going to take you, I'm just going to say again, you don't know what I don't know. When we're trying to achieve a goal, we don't know how many attempts it's going to be to have that success. There's no point guessing. It could be 10 attempts, it could be 100 attempts. So for me to say this has got to work today, it's nonsense, because I just don't know until I get to my end goal, if that makes sense, okay? So the only thing you want to be focusing on is your end goal, and whether it takes you 10, 20 or 100 attempts, that's all what matters. When you start dwelling on this has got to work today or this has got to work by the end of the month, if it doesn't work, that's when it knocks your confidence. That's when you go, I'm not doing it anymore. And that's when you give up too easily and you get into a habit then. And that's when, unfortunately, why people fail because they put too much unnecessary pressure on themselves to try to succeed to like there and then. Where for the most part, guys, the majority of the time, it takes time to succeed. So I hope that makes sense. I want to say it one more time, guys, because I know I waffled on a bit there. Just make sure that, again, I'm a massive believer in this, is that, never ever give up. You fail your way to success. Don't be putting pressure on yourself that you've got to succeed today or next week. Go, that's my end goal. I'm going to do something on a daily basis until I get there. And every time you do something, you know that you're getting closer to your dream, and that actually builds your confidence up rather than doing it the other way. And that's one of the ways, by building your confidence up, your self-esteem, your self-belief, by never, ever, ever giving up. Well, that makes sense?